All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the FMF podcast. And today, it's my topic, my specialty. We're going to touch into something that's very, very near and dear to my heart. It's something that, we all need to more education on, especially in the black community, is life insurance. Yeah. So life insurance is such a taboo subject. Yeah. Life insurance is a subject people try to shy away from. Yeah. They think it's not needed. They think it's a scam, all of that type of stuff. And I'm here today to let y'all know, man, life insurance is important. And what I want to do is I want to share the reason why life insurance is important. You don't want to leave the burden of burying you behind to your loved ones, man. I'm tired of going on Facebook and seeing GoFundMes. GoFundMes, bro, for adult people. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like I'm very empathetic to people's situation and the fact that you gotta bury your loved ones. But look, the people that's here living, man, take responsibility for yourself and go get life insurance, yo. It's so important, man. Whether you're now, it's different levels, and we're gonna talk about it later. We're gonna talk about the difference. Why it's important for certain people, more important for certain people than it is for others. Yeah. But it's important to have it, man, because now you think about it. I'll give a perfect example. Like for me, I realized life insurance was important. My cousin got murdered a couple of years back.
How old was he?
He was 27, I think. He was either 27 or 30.
A young man.
Yeah.
He's a young man.
Yeah, he was killed, man. You know what I'm saying? So of course nobody expected he was gonna pass away. Right. He was healthy.
Nobody thinks about getting life insurance for that age.
No, they don't, cause they like, yo, I'm still young, and he had a child. But we end up gotta have the funeral, and now you hear talks, oh well, who gonna pay for it? You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
How we gonna come up with the money? How we gonna do this? How we gonna do that? And it's just, that's when it kind of clicked with me, like, dang, like, this is not how it's supposed to go. Like, we supposed to be properly mourning our family. Right. And instead, we can't even properly mourn because we gotta figure out how we gonna pay for stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't leave that burden behind on your people. So that's the most important thing, is don't leave the burden behind for your people. Then talking about the importance level. Yeah. The importance level for people that's married and got children. You definitely don't want to leave the burden behind on your spouse, or leave your kids out here to have somebody else take care of them. Right. Absolutely. Well, for your responsibility, and now they struggling trying to take care of them, and you ain't leave nothing behind for your kids, so they can have something to build on. That's why it's important, man. I'm telling y'all, man. I've been seeing, like, the last month, the amount of GoFundMes I've been seeing has been crazy, and that's why I've been out here trying to work, bro. And that's why I wanted to talk about this topic, because man, I love my people, man, and it just hurt me to see people on Facebook and they talking about, yo, I just lost this person. Here's the GoFundMe. Anything you could give will help out.
These others just begging.
They don't have no much of an option. Like, a funerals are expensive,
bro.
Like, you talking about, like,
it's like for no reason too.
Right.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's like,
I'm gonna tell you, that's a booming business.
It is.
The funeral service.
Because people gonna die.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
They never go out of business.
It's a booming business, and as things go up, prices of funeral.
Look, COVID, come on, man. You got a whole lot of deaths. Like, it's like people, like, their business. And it's wild too. A lot of them shady, but not to scare off the topic.
Yeah. No, we can touch on that a little bit, man.
Right. All right. So my uncle.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So my uncle passed last year from prostate cancer.
Okay.
So with that, my mother was like his daughter. He didn't have a biological daughter, but my mother was like the one, you know what I'm saying? That was his baby, you know what I mean? But if he knew something was wrong, but he didn't tell nobody. This is why I can't have community without communication. We need to be able to talk to each other. He knew something was going on with him, but he didn't tell nobody. So what he was trying to do was get my mother to change the will, put her name on it so that she can handle everything.
Right.
So a whole lot of complications went into it. Long story short, the funeral home didn't background check or verify whoever claimed that they was the one to be able to handle all of whatever and make the decisions and stuff. So it's a lady who claimed to be his daughter, but it's not his daughter.
Did the blood test and everything?
Yeah, we already know it's not. It's not his daughter.
Try to come up, come up.
This was, I guess, probably like what you was tapping into, and we talked about like that ain't real family. He just was with the lady, looked out for her daughter.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that kind of carried over.
Yeah.
But it's been years on years. Like I couldn't even tell you who this person was or what she looked like. You know what I mean? So it's been years.
It's crazy, man.
But because he was a man of caliber, she wanted to claim and see what she could get.
Right.
You know what I mean? And the funeral home didn't do any type of confirming or anything, even though my mother had, like, she had papers, she had, you know, everything, documentation, she was the one.
Right.
They just came up to the funeral home and was like, oh yeah, I'm the daughter, so do this, do that, have my uncle looking trashy and some more shit. So, like, it was crazy. The funeral homes could be shady, and they are being sued by multiple people, including my mother right now, because of the work that they've been doing. I don't know if it might be due to a surplus of work, but they're doing a whole lot of shortcutting and stuff, and then blaming COVID for, you know, not having documentation and shit like that. And due processing. Like, it don't take you 6 months to run a document. Stop playing with me. Because of COVID. Like, I hate that excuse when it comes to shit like, you can't fax something because of COVID, so you're gonna take
Ain't got
months.
nothing to do with it.
Ain't got shit to do with it, bro. I can't stand it. So life insurance is definitely, I saw the importance of life insurance and having your will set up. Do these things. It's all in preparation, because as men, we are providers. Yeah. You still need to be able to provide. Imagine if you are the only one working. You got a housewife, right? Alright, so how you expect your woman to just be able to make what you already done built and established to continue going? How can you expect her to just jump in and take over from where you were when she was at home the whole time? She might be selling something on the side to be a hobby or whatever, but that's not taking care of the household obligations and the family. So that's where the life insurance plays a big part in the providing. It's pretty much a guarantee. Now you got some life insurance companies, and I know Paul can touch on it, who aren't owning up to their obligations as well. You know, that some people,
So
you know,
it's not bulletproof.
It's not bulletproof. Do your research before you invest. You know, who you're gonna invest in, what life insurance company, you know, you're gonna invest in, and you can. One thing I learned is you can get multiple. You can get multiple policies. You can get multiple coverage. You know, so it don't have to be a one and done, and it's not nearly as expensive as I thought it was. So
nope. You gonna tap into it. So I ain't know nothing about life insurance. I knew about it. I don't take it back. I knew about it, but I'm big headed, and I think I'm Superman at times.
Right.
I ain't gonna lie.
Right.
But it shook my world when I got diagnosed with Crohn's as a kid, and as I'm getting older and older and learning more about the disease and the condition and everything, I think it's smart for me to go ahead and get some, and that's why I tapped in with Paul.
I did too.
And really started thinking about my future and thinking about my future, wife, kids. I might as well start it now, because what he told me is you might as well get it done now than later, because it's going to cost more as you get older. Of course, you may have more risk of dying. Of course, of me keep on going more with this condition is going eventually, I'm not going to wish it on there. They say it's going to be worse, but I ain't going to get worse. I'm going to keep taking care of myself. I ain't worrying about what they talk about.
Yeah.
But still, just have something on the back end just to say, like, all right, just in case, that safety blanket, just in case I'm gone, and I do have my wife and kids. I don't believe in leaving a bill. I already pay the bills when I'm here. I'm gonna leave a bill when I'm gone.
Yes, indeed.
That don't make no sense to me.
Yes,
so
indeed.
Me spending a couple dollars each month just to make sure that my family is good in the future, hey, I sleep better at night even knowing that. And I came from a person that think that ain't really needed.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie.
I was the same.
I didn't even barely get full coverage on my car because I didn't care.
Right.
I stayed with liability.
Right.
I was that type of dude.
Right.
But, you know, we all gotta grow up,
liability.
man. We gotta grow up at sometimes, man. So you gotta see how your health is, see how your future plans are gonna be, because you gotta think about it. Especially for the men. This is a man's podcast.
Right.
Yeah.
You gotta be able to take care of your family when you're here, when you're not here. You gotta do that, man. Real talk.
And let me talk, and let me speak to something. Since we speaking to our men, I've been in the industry for a little over 6 years, and I just sat down with guys that say, "Yo, you know, whatever happened to me afterwards, yo, it's none of my business, man. That's not the right thing to do as a man."
That?
Yes.
Oh, mercy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm dead serious. Like, yo, they'll be all right. They'll be fine. You know what I'm saying? They'll figure out a way. Or you know what? Like, oh, they ain't gonna benefit off my death and things like that. Why shouldn't they?
Ooh.
Why shouldn't they, man? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're not here and you've been supporting your family, why you want to go and leave them to fend for themselves? Why you want to leave your kids to fend for themselves? Like, the way you want to, especially now, I'm gonna break down life insurance. The best way to try to get coverage. I'm not even gonna get into the technicalities of it. We'll say that for another episode. But just the generality of life insurance. The best times to get life insurance is when you're younger and when you're healthiest. I'm telling y'all. So the younger you can get it, and normally you're healthier, you'll get cheaper rates. So if you could get it,
less likely to die.
exactly, because the life insurance company view it as it's like a risk reward type of thing. So they think about, an older person, all right, you know what? They less likely to pay on this policy for a period of time. We're gonna bump that price up. A younger person, they're more likely to be around. We're gonna keep their costs low. If somebody is healthy, you know what? They're more likely to be around. We keep their costs low. If they got some health challenges, we might have to boost that price up to kind of cover that risk on our end.
Yeah.
So health and age are the two biggest factors when it comes to life insurance, man. And I keep telling, I try to talk to people about that, and I try to tell people also, don't. And I'm not trying to sell people. I try to have a conversation with them. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not here
knowledge and let them make the decision.
Exactly. I'm not here to try to sell you. You know what I'm saying? You're not doing me any favors. I'm trying to help y'all out.
Right.
Like, this is y'all family. So, you know, I'm asleep well at night. I got coverage.
Right,
And
right.
if something happened to me, my daughter and my family, shoot, they'd be like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, hey, they gonna be doing well because I know I'm gonna be successful in the future. So
Right.
I got a good amount on me because I got it younger. And like when I talk to certain people and I let people know how much I got and how much I spend on it,
Right.
Yeah.
they like, what?
Like,
It's-
for real though.
Yo.
Like, get with this man, because I didn't, like, alright, so I pondered on life insurance for a good little minute. And talking to him, he talked to me for a few months back and forth,
Yeah.
like, no lie. And like was showing me the importance of it. He gave me a whole presentation and everything. I'm like, yeah, alright. And it wasn't until I got COVID that I was like, okay, yeah. Take it serious.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Got it, and then once he gave me the rates and stuff for what I got, for what I'm paying, I was like, that's it. He was like, he tried to give me a lower one. I was like, nah, I won't mind.
Yeah.
And I don't have no kids yet, but I'm looking at my mother, you know, of course my wife, my mother, and how they're going to be affected, and what I already do for, you know, the people around me. You know what I mean? It bumped that up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it was like I'm serious, like it wasn't much. And like to
It really
this
isn't,
point,
bro. It really isn't.
I'm like, yo, like how could I have not been doing this? And I assume that it's because I'm younger and healthy too. So for one, thank this man because he definitely put me in a position to where I'm now, you know, secure. I'm secure. That's one
Is
thing
there
that I
like
don't have to worry about.
I know there's gonna be some people that's gonna be looking around and trying to see if they can even qualify. Now, are the percentages high or low for people to get accepted to get life insurance?
So if you healthy
Uh-huh.
and you young, you ain't gonna have no issues.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now it's other things.
What's young?
So I would say usually the ages are like 25 to 55.
Ooh.
those are like
25 to 55?
Yeah, when we think
That's a big range. Okay.
Yeah, when you think about like life insurance, because the average life expectancy probably like 80 years old, somewhere around there.
Is that high?
Yeah.
For the whole human.
Yeah,
for
the
black.
We already talking about black.
Yeah. Now it's different.
We barely getting past 70.
Yeah. And now y'all about to get me started. Yeah. Because I'm gonna tell y'all, being in the industry, one of the biggest things that we have an issue with in the black community, high blood pressure, diabetes. That's why you gotta get with this guy right here.
Yeah, y'all gotta take care of y'all.
We gotta get healthy, man.
Come on, man.
I'm telling you, and healthy, and then also, y'all done trigger something in me because I've been dealing with this now for a second, man.
We got about 10 more minutes. Go ahead,
People that you know, if you dealing with depression and things like that, man, try to find other methods other than prescription.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Try to work on other methods other than prescription.
You gonna get in trouble with this video.
That's what I'm here for. Mindset.
You gonna get in trouble with this video.
And yes, he gonna help you.
You have a target on your back. I'm trying to tell you, man, you can't say stuff like that.
I didn't look. You
can't say stuff like that.
Let me tell you.
You get canceled off and talk about
Let me tell y'all, man. Yeah, I know, right?
People get canceled.
But let me tell you something, because you don't understand. It's effects to everything. It's effects to everything. So now when you get put on some of these medicines, now the insurance company views that, because we talked about health. They view that as a health risk, and the reason why, especially with antidepressants, with suicide, they look at it as a possible suicide rate. So now that might play a factor into whether you get approved or declined, or if you got to pay more or not.
Right.
All of this stuff, man, it factors in. So that's why I said, I'm not telling y'all not to take medicine. I'm just saying, hey, see if y'all can try to find other alternatives.
Yeah, man.
You know, before you try to resort to that, because that plays a factor. And I've been dealing with this. Man, I done got some stuff declined, because you know what I'm saying.
And just a quick tidbit: if you're worried about your health and you get life insurance, that usually alleviates the worry. Because now, like you said, because now you're prepared. Now you're prepared, and it's like, okay, like I'm not leaving my people completely out, not leaving my people behind. And as we know, most illnesses stem from the mind.
Stress.
You know what I'm saying?
Anxiety.
Stress. All of this stuff. You know what I mean? So once you're the more prepared you are, the more calm, the more cool you are, the more more in tune with you are, the less worry, the less stress you have, the less illness you have.
That's exactly how I felt when he sent me that. Okay, that was
It was
good,
like,
and it came out of my bank account that one time. I said,
that
"Oh,
one
good money,
time,
then.
right.
Y'all see that payment? I'm
Right,
good.
right.
Good,
I was like,
yeah.
For real. I was like, damn, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I looked at my wife. I was like,
You can be
oh,
good.
you
Sean.
be straight, yeah.
You be good,
you know
Sean.
what I'm saying?
You be good.
She don't even know how much. She don't even know.
Exactly.
You know what I
see?
mean?
She ain't supposed to know. Huh? Yeah, exactly. Let's keep
You
that
just
on the
surprised
low.
her.
Right.
So happy, yeah.
Oh, he said he gone.
Oh, he took care of me.
Oh, good.
Thank you, boo.
So another thing I want to talk about when it comes to life insurance, man, and I want people just to start thinking about, especially my people that got children. You got to think about beneficiaries. All right, you got to think about beneficiaries.
Who gonna handle this account?
Who gonna handle this money?
Yeah.
I sit down with a lot of people, they never thought about it. I just want to start trying to put that into y'all head, if y'all, whether y'all have life insurance or you
Explain
don't.
what the beneficiaries is.
So
man.
the beneficiary, so if something was to happen to the person who got life insurance, right? The beneficiary is the person who gets the check. So the check is made payable to, because when you think about life insurance, it's not for us to benefit from it. It's for the people that we leave behind.
Right.
So you got to think about, who do you trust, especially for my people with children, because I see a lot of times they want to put the beneficiary as their child, but their child is like 9, 10 years old, they're a minor. The thing they don't understand is, if you put the beneficiary as a child, they don't got legal capacity to be able to use the money. So if you sit back and you know your mom is going to take care of your children if something happens to you, or you know you got your God, the Godfather and all of that stuff. And you know that's the person you want to take care of it, it's perfectly fine to set up like a trust for the kid that they wouldn't be able to touch till they're 18 years old. But the bulk of that money should go to the person that's taking care of the child, because now you're leaving the burden on the person. They got $100,000 sitting that they can't do nothing with to help take care of your child, and they gotta go out here and pick up another job to take care of your child, or do all of this other stuff to take care of your child.
Didn't think of that. Okay.
Exactly. You gotta think about, and I specifically for people that got children, because I've been having to sit down and have these conversations with people and say, hey, you know what? I know you want your child to benefit from it. We can set up a trust for that. But most of this money needs to go to the person that's going to be raising a child. You want to help them out. You want to make sure your child not struggling. Because imagine, like, yo, if I'm a kid and I know I got like $200,000 sitting in my account, but I just can't use it because it's a custodial account. I gotta wait till I turn 18 or whatever. But I've been struggling. This whole time. You know, the people take care of me and all of this and that. I'll be like, damn, like I could have used some of this money when I really needed it growing up. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So that's something I definitely want to talk to people about. It's like that beneficiaries and start thinking about like trusted people that you want to leave your beneficiaries.
What's it called?
Beneficiaries.
Okay, so we tapped that. All right, so
you could also leave it in the will. When you set your will up, you can put it in writing how you want this to be.
Yes.
You can do that too.
Yeah. And that's by law.
Legal documents.
Legal documents by laws that, you know, like, so say for instance you select a beneficiary.
Right.
They're gonna get the bulk.
Right.
You got the other to go into the trust for the kid for the 18. It's put on when they turn 18. If you say, hey, in the will, this beneficiary is getting this amount and it needs to be towards, you know, the kid, then when they start, if they do anything outside of that, then they can be held accountable. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. So are you able to change those? So like say if they start their life insurance, throughout the years, are they able to change their beneficiary?
Yes.
Able to change it?
Yes, that's a great question.
Some people may want to know.
That's a great question.
They may be with the wife and they may divorce. They want to get with somebody else, or the
that's a great question.
So
you can change your beneficiary, but there is an option, and the only time I ever seen this option exercised is because of divorces. They got this thing called irrevocable beneficiary. Basically, an irrevocable beneficiary is somebody that can never be changed off the beneficiary. I've never done one before.
So you can make it so they can never get taken off.
Exactly. They can never get.
But what if you actually put a wife on there that you don't want to be?
They can't be taken off.
So even if they divorce, she divorced with another man, she can get the money.
Taken off. That's why I said usually it's only through divorces there's something issued by the court.
Okay.
So it's issued by the court. So like they was married, and part of like the divorce clause is like you got to maintain life insurance on this person. Then you'll put them on as an irrevocable beneficiary. I never done
the right one, you guys.
I never did one.
Okay.
But, and then how much time we got left?
We got
another few more minutes, man.
All right.
We got about 3 more minutes.
I want to end it with this story.
Okay, go ahead.
All right.
But we gotta make sure we hit all types. So we gotta make sure because this information that some people can probably see.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have to do this part too.
To get the insurance is what? Between what age is a good age to go inside?
So you could get life insurance from 18, and that'll be
18 and up. So the guys 18 just starting to get out there. You probably moved out, going to college, or you got your first job. You can maybe go to your job and they have life insurance too, right?
Yeah, life insurance on the job, exactly. I highly suggest. Yeah.
So that's good. So then you want to make sure you have your beneficiaries. Make sure you have the correct people, right?
Yep.
Making sure, because this stuff he taught me too.
Yeah.
So bam, and then of course you want to make sure you can throw in a will too, right?
Yep.
Make sure it's done right in the will. Okay, and what is the main reason why they need to do all this? Is because, like you
have
said,
your affairs in order.
You got everything in order, man. That's what men do.
Yeah.
That's the whole reason why we got this podcast is men got to be stronger. They have to take accountability. They have to be responsible. They have to be consistent. They have to stand on their 10 toes and be like, I provide. You can take care of yourself and everybody else around you. That's why. I ain't gonna cut you off. No, you're good about it, man. You gotta make sure the men are hearing this, man.
That's structure.
Yeah, there you go. That's what I want to say. You got to provide that structure.
And I will say, you can get life insurance on your kids, or you can add them on to your policy as what we call riders. So you can add them on as well. So kids can be covered, But I try to let people know, because some people be like, yeah, let me get $50,000 on my kid. You don't need that much. You know what I'm saying? You don't need that much.
Yeah.
Because the way I try to explain it, like how we talked about the benefit, the purpose of life insurance is to take care of your death, and then also make sure you don't leave burdens behind for your loved ones. If a child passes, it's no burden, financial burden, other than the burial that they leave behind on them. They don't got like bills that's in their name or whatever. You know what I'm saying? They ain't bringing any money into the house, so it's not really no financial benefit.
Make sure you just
you know what I'm saying? Like,
you
know, give them the proper send off that you want to, and that's pretty much it. So that's my view on it. Now, some people might say, hey, yeah, you do need 50,000. Watch out for those people that tell you that. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah, you get life insurance for your kid's college fund. I'm gonna touch on it. Let me not go into that.
Go ahead, man.
Because I'm about to go in on some of these things. But look, that's it, man. Life insurance. Get life insurance, my fellas out there. Make sure you get life insurance. Don't leave a burden. I'm tired of seeing this, man. GoFundMe's, your family struggling, trying to figure out how to pay the bills, and they steady here trying to mourn you. They mourning you. You gone, and they gotta sit here and they gotta suck up their tears. They gotta hold their stuff in because they gotta figure out, how I'm gonna pay for this funeral. And I saw it firsthand. Yeah. So I know this is real, and I continuously see it. So look, fellas, make sure y'all go out there and get life insurance. Make sure y'all tap in with me if y'all want to. You know what I'm saying? If you know somebody else, but if you want education, because I'm not here just to sell people life insurance. I'm here to educate people, and I break down the different types of life insurance, how it works, the benefits, pros and cons of everything. So y'all make sure y'all follow me. We'll put my tag down here and all of my information. But look, get life insurance, y'all, if you don't got it.
Exactly.
Listen, my grandmother still doesn't have a tombstone, and she passed when I was 14 years old. You know what I mean? So I can see it, like, because there was no, and at that time it was no GoFundMe or nothing like that either. So my mama really had to scrounge, and everybody looked to my mother as the one who would take care of things. Nobody set nothing up financially. They just like, oh, she got it. You know what I'm saying? So she been carrying that burden for so many people in the family. It's like crazy. I'm like, bro, I told her, like, you need to be getting paid for it somehow, some way. You know what I mean? But
life insurance come from, man.
That's what life insurance comes in. You know what I mean? And I thank you fellas for making this such a lighter conversation, because it's definitely something we need, and this is something that we all scurry away from. It's hard to talk about death or think about death in the near future. But
we gotta do what we gotta do, man.
It's inevitable. If you born one day, you're gonna die one day.
Exactly, man.
Regardless how you try to look at it or how technology is trying to push us away from it.
Exactly.
It's inevitable, okay? So this is definitely a necessity. It's not a scam. It's not, some bullshit. Trust me. Get you some life insurance. And it's not
get it.
Yeah. All right. Peace, y'all.
Now we good.